Welcome back. So today we are going to talk about is in this class is karma. So we have already explored on is who am I and who is my supreme father, how to meditate and the qualities and plus the powers of the soul. And that was the already been discussed. And today we are going to talk into is diving into is karma. So before we go in there, so let's just have a 1 or 2 minutes is bringing ourselves to the present moment. So let's sit straight. Take a long deep breath in and slowly let it go. Take another long deep breath in and exhale. One more time. Relax the whole body. Bring ourselves right here in the present moment. Body's here. Let's bring our mind 100% and our intellect in the present moment to learn to understand, to improve for my self transformation. So I, the soul, sitting right middle of my both eyebrows, I'm vibrating my seven original qualities of the soul. I'm knowledgeful, pure, peaceful, powerful, happy, loveful, and blissful being. Visualize yourself being that calm, peaceful, loveful being and experience that feeling. How do you feel that inside? I have all the qualities within me, all the powers and the virtues, my original values of the soul. Today, let's explore on karma. How do we create karma? How we can resolve our karma? To understanding with the knowledge I can improve myself. Thank you. So, what is karma? Karma is, we all have heard that as you sow, shall you will reap, right? We all know that saying. Or we say, sow good seeds and wait for the results. And sometimes we have probably all have heard is what goes around and comes around. So means is whatever I'm doing, good or bad, it is going to come back. So we really have to be careful is how we do the karma. So first we need to know how many types of karma. So karma, we know all those different examples I just shared. And karma is three different type of karma. There's a positive karma, What is positive karma? And there's a negative karma. We are going to explore on that. And there's a neutral karma. So the positive karma is when I'm doing anything I do with as being a soul conscious. Is I'm doing as a, I'm seeing myself as a soul and keeping those my 7 original qualities, the KP2LH BP, we talked about the 7 qualities. I hope you all remember that. So keeping that as I am knowledgeable, I am pure, I am peaceful, I'm loveful, happy, and blissful and powerful soul. Those are the 7 original qualities of the soul. So that is when I do in that consciousness, my energy is high. So that's the energy I'm vibrating, that's the energy I'm giving to others. So second type of karma is the negative, is the opposite side when I'm body conscious. So when I'm conscious about that LG, we talked about the 5 big vices we do through this body. That is attachment, the lust, greed, anger, and ego. So when we are doing that, is that there always is we are making some mistakes because I'm having that as a different vices is coming through this body. And there's a neutral karma. Neutral karma is as you give, then you're getting exactly same thing back. So we really want to pay attention. What type of karma am I doing whenever I'm doing a karma? Because karma is, everything is karma. So each moment I have to, that's why we have to be aware. We have to be conscious doing anything we do because we are going to get those results back. So neutral is like is the one is stable, no up and down. And these days that is very little. So that is what they said is we are going to learn about that is the coming up classes is because we are in the iron age is not much of the that karma is happening, either the good or the bad, right? And we need to take responsibility of our karma. What is responsibility means? I want you to write that word down, responsibility. That is actually meaning of my ability to respond. So you can underline that. So ability to respond, right? So, and we all have choices. We cannot say that as I don't have a choice. And because we want to have a freedom, that is a choice. So we are all caught up in our own thinking, our own story inside us. It's not the other person is giving us the hurt and the pain. We are creating, maybe outside physically somebody can hurt you or hurt like or give you whatever physically pain, but we are repeating that over and over and over in our own head, and we are creating that pain within us. So when we understand what are we doing, then we can stop that pain because we have the power within us. We can heal the self. So karma, how do we create karma? So I'm going to share, there's so many different ways, but we are going to share the 5 main karmas we create. And I hope you're writing that down, then you can remember whenever you need to go back and then you can review that yourself. That way we can stay, is to be having always being aware. Awareness is the big thing. So that is keeps us on track when we are aware. And so we create karma through 5 different ways. Is the first one is money. How do we create karma through money? So money is big thing, is how we are using that money and who are we giving that money, what are they doing with that money. We become part of that. So as example is you given a money to somebody and they bought something with that money, is that is going to harm their body or they're going to harm somebody with that, whatever they're going to do with that what they bought with their money. So that is your part of that karma. So that's so important to know when we are even giving a donation, like we did as a good karma. We are thinking we did a good karma, but what did they do with that money? We don't know. So we have to be very careful where we're donating and who are we giving the money to. Is you'd rather, if somebody is hungry, you can buy the food or clothes and or whatever their needs are, ask them. So then we can give that way. At least we can help somebody who's at need. So that is the first one we create karma with. So we have to be extra careful. And the second way with this body, we create lots of karma with this body. How do we create karma with the body? So when we are not treating the body right, means is not giving the food. Sometimes we get so busy, we're not eating on time, not sleeping on time, right? Not doing the exercise, not doing what is healthy for the body. That is creating a karma, because this body is made from 5 elements. Or how much am I respecting the 5 elements outside? That is creating a karma too, right? So it's important to have that type of like schedule for the self, is when I'm going to eat or when I'm going to go to sleep, because everything is, when we do that, is with awareness again, is going to help us to keep this body healthy. Then I'm not creating any wrong karma with this body, because we want to keep this body healthy. The soul lives in this body, right? So that's why it's important to take care of the both sides. And next is the time. Time is how we are creating a karma with the time. Time is basically loss of us. We waste a lot of time. You know, one thing is creator has all of us given to us is the time equal. We all have equal time, 24 hours. And some people is are very successful and other are not. What is the difference? How are we using our time? Because most of the time is get wasted in the wasteful thinking, dragging the past and the future. There's enough hours to do whatever we want to do in a day, because we are just basically wasting, either like social media could be a big waster. And sometimes we just without with the consciousness, what do I want to scroll on my social media? So we have to open up anything with the attention, then we know we are not wasting. Okay, I need to look for this, I'm just going to go there, I'm going to look for it. This can be very helpful, but sometimes when we are not paying attention, it can be really great loss of more thoughts in our mind, right? So that way we are wasting is unnecessary things, listening, watching, or gossiping, whatever. Like, we need to pay attention. How am I using my time? Whatever I'm doing in that time, is it helping me to grow or helping somebody else to grow or to do something productive with my day? So that is the time. And the next thing is I think I touched already, is environment. How am I using everything nature has provided us? Like water, as example, is little things. When we are washing dishes, am I closing the tap? When I'm brushing my teeth, how am I using, how much water do I need, or taking a shower, right? So sometimes, because we get freely sometimes things and we do not pay attention. And think about is people don't have that, is that freely. And people cannot even have water, many places, to drink clean water, right? So we have to be like, just again, being very cautious about is every single thing we use every single day, we are misusing the nature. That's why where we are suffering, because outside is we're depleting everything. We're taking what we don't need. We are becoming that because of the, again, body conscious is being greedy all the time. We want more and more and more. So that and more is bringing that imbalance. So imbalance of anything is creates a karma. So when I know this much is I need, and there's always, you probably have heard this one, there's always enough for the needs, but there's never enough for the wants, right? We always want it, and want it. And the next one is the big karma we create. You already probably guessed this one. The fifth one is the mind, the thoughts. And that is the big one is we need to work on, because through the mind, I'm creating the thoughts, and then my words, how I'm using my words, and how am I doing the actions, right? So I need to have that harmony between my thoughts, what I'm thinking, what I'm saying, and what I'm doing. Because sometimes we have many things are going up here, but then my thoughts not matching with that, or we can sugarcoat here, being very nice here, but what is going on in my internal world is could be something totally different. So bringing that balance, it can give us a harmony in life. So we need to check ourselves is when I'm thinking something, am I have the same thing in my wording and same thing in my actions? Do I really mean it what I'm saying it? Am I the person who is what I'm saying and I'm doing the same thing, or I'm saying something else and doing something else? So again, is creating that balance within. When the balance is inside, it will show in our outer life as well. I hope you all agree with that, right? So 5 type of different karma. So money, number 1. Number 2 is the body. Number 3 was the time. Number 4 is the environment. And number 5 is the mind. So let's check all of that is how am I doing with all these 5 things, right? And so now many of you probably have a question. If I created a karma not knowing, how can I settle that karma now? So there's 3 ways we can settle our karma. The first one uh, is we need to be, from today and onwards, stop taking a sorrow and stop giving a sorrow. Sometime is some people say, well, it's easy, is I don't give sorrow to nobody. I'm very careful. I don't want to do anything wrong actions. Like most of the people think is when the things comes to action, that's the only time we're doing a karma with the hands, like, or something I only thought about it. I didn't say it through my words, or I didn't do it, like I didn't hit anybody, I didn't kill anybody. So I didn't do any bad karma. But you know what? Soon the thought came, the energy of your thoughts going to the universe is creating a karma. So that's why it's so careful we have to be is what am I thinking? Goes back to our first lesson, what we talked when we talked about is how crucial is to have that elevated thinking. Is when my thoughts are not always on the wasteful and negative, that's what is depleting our energy. So it's all about my thinking. What am I thinking, right? So just paying attention. So first way is if I stop doing that, so I will stop creating it. Like I can start settling my karma. So I'm not giving sorrow and I'm not taking a sorrow. Some people are good at not giving a sorrow, but they do take sorrow. That's the other thing, because that depletes the energy as well. If sometimes we have to be very clear when others are giving and understand what are they doing, why am I taking. If whatever they're saying to me in their words or whatever is if I don't take that, is still there. Like if as example I'm giving you something and you didn't take it from me, it's still in with me, right? So with the words or whatever the hurt or the pain we are creating within, we took those words and we put it within ourselves, then we feel that pain, and the feeling comes in after we create that thought. Otherwise, we will not feel that. So again, really paying attention. Can somebody really hurt me? Go with inside and create that sorrow? Not really. It's all of us is taking that wording, whatever they're saying, we're taking that within, then we are creating that for ourselves. So we need to stop creating that sorrow for ourselves. So that's the first way we can start clearing our karma. And the second one is the meditation. When I sit in meditation, is basically is being with the creator, and that way the only way I can get purified. No human being can purify me at the soul level. Body we can clear and clean with the water and different things we can use for the body, but the mind, the soul only can get clear is when we are sitting in the meditation. It's like is burning that the sins and what is not serving the soul, the negativity is in that presence of the high energy, that ocean of divine energy is purifies me because he's ever pure. I have this body, my supreme father, the soul, the father does not have a body. So that's why in his presence, so I need to sit in that meditation, and sitting meditation or keeping that his canopy of protection on me is having that conversation with my supreme father. So I'm connected with that energy, then I can start clearing cleaning my own karma. So that is a second way we can do that. And the third way is um, forgiveness and forgetting and giving good wishes and pure feelings. Whoever had created a karma, we have done something wrong, or somebody else consciously or not knowingly we have done something, is through our thoughts, words, or actions. So that's again in meditation, you can sit and bring that person in your meditation. You can ask them for forgiveness or give somebody a forgiveness. So that way you can start sending them good wishes and pure feelings. And sometimes people say, how would they know? They don't need to know, right? But when you are energy, energy is going to go. The words cannot go there that fast, or how fast the energy travels. When you're sending somebody good wishes, you probably have felt that in your life too. Is sometimes you're thinking like with such a good thoughts you have about somebody, out of the blue they will call you or they will text you something, like there's an indication because they got your message or you got their message. So it's really really important to have that good wishes and pure feelings for yourself first and for others as well, because the only way we can clear those things to be letting go of the past and forgiving and forgetting. So I want you to write the word is forgive and forget. I learned this long, long time ago. So when you write the word forgive and forget, because many people say, you know what, I can forget about it, but I cannot forgive that person. It actually is we have to give first. So when you write forgive and forget, underline give and get. So you only can do that is when you give, you're going to get something back. So we expect to be like get first, then give. It's the other way around. More I give, more I'm going to start receiving. So we need to become that person is the first one to start giving. Just change that thought pattern. It's not I'm always at need. I need this, I need this, I need this. No. How can I give? There's so many different ways we can give, not only with the things we can give, like as the season of giving right now is going on, is we can give even with our good wishes. Sitting in silence is we call as mansa seva, means is I'm through my mind I'm thinking about somebody, and lots of people are need our good wishes because people are going through challenging times. So when we have that good wishes, so we're healing not only one or two people, we are sending that good energy to the whole universe. So we can do that as a big service that way. Through my smile, I can do that, right? Through my like as having that cheerful face, I can do that. Through my eyes, how I look at things, my perception, if I start changing that and look at everybody as my brothers and sisters, right? They're my global family. So it's just a little switch in our own head. When I start looking, everything is like that. There's no sorrow and pain will be in this world. So it starts with each one of us. So changing self transformation, myself, when I'm changing the self, I can change others around me as well, right? So this main four things is basically is we get the stir form. I want you to write like a little formula I want to give you. It goes like SOAP, right this way. Soap. So what does that mean? SOAP is that is the S stands for situations. Situations comes from outside. We take that within, then we create that hurt. What I just said earlier, right? So it's not in with me, is coming from outside. How am I handling same situation? If there's a couple of us is looking at the same situation, everybody will be taking that situation totally differently. Why? Because that depend on person's stage. How that person's stage is that in that moment is stable, calm, have balanced within. So then that won't bother. So other person is not together, little things can bother. So just look at that next time when any situation, big or small, comes in us. Am I reacting or am I responding that time? So that is the first S. So that's coming from outside. So that is I can keep a control of that to being stable. So O is stands for object. All the things are outside. Somebody have a bigger car or a house or bigger diamond in their finger or anything. Anything is, so basically that comparison comes on because they have it bigger than me. Poor me, I don't have that. So that is, we are doing that comparison. So that's why we start getting a little bit of the hurt on that time too. So then, of course, A is the atmosphere. Check yourself, like not maybe all four is bothering you, which one is heavy on us, on you. So then you can change that. O is a so O is object and A is atmosphere. Too cold, too hot, rainy, snowy, whatever is happening outside, because that is not in my control. We are trying to control everything. When we let go of the control, then we keep free to fly. So when we are heavy, controlling everything and carrying everything, can you imagine? Like even anything small. I have this phone, I'm holding this phone in my hand for a long time. I will feel heavy. This will feel heavy and tired. So we are holding so much on our soul and in our mind, right? So we need to let go what is not serving us. Right? So then is basically as if what is not in my control, I need to let it go. P is people. People is outside is we think is they are the one is bothering us, right? So we need to really is everybody's different. Can you imagine if the whole world is the same? Because we like everybody to be like us. How I am, we always think I'm right, you're wrong. So we're comparing all the time. Everybody is unique. Everybody is special. So if we start change that thinking instead of looking at what their weaknesses are, what their negativity is, start changing that to what is one or two good quality. Each and every person doesn't really matter who they are. Everybody has that. But we have to have that eye, not these eye. We have to have this eye open to see that good qualities in every person, because there are 7 original qualities, what we talked about. Every single soul has them. But how much are we using those? That is the key. So more and more we stay in the meditation, more and more we start using those qualities, more we will start becoming that. So let's put it that to practice. Then we can all have that good experience of this life on this earth. Okay, so let's have a quick meditation on that, is how we can send that maybe settle a karma with somebody, or we can let go of one of the bad karma, or how we can give good wishes on forgive and forget. So let's just sit comfortably. Let's have a few minutes meditation. So bringing our full attention middle of our both eyebrows, sitting still and tall. Just centering yourself, letting go of this body. I, the soul, the light, the energy, is the master of this body. The 5 senses are in my control. all the organs, each and every part of my body only does what I tell my body to do. Even my mind, intellect, and my sanskaras, my habits, I, the soul, is the controller of everything. So this present moment, I want to pay attention to my karmic accounts. How am I creating it? Let's have a quick checkup. How am I using my mind? What type of thoughts do I create? Am I thinking always elevated, positive, staying in the present moment? Or I'm staying more in the past and the future? Or the negative, wasteful thinking is heavy on me? Now with the awareness, I'm going to use my mind in the positive way. No more karma creating with the money. I'm going to have the simplicity in my life. I'm only going to use where I need to, not just for more wants and desires all the time. The needs. I need this, I need that. I'm going to take care of this body. No more creating karma with this body. Going to have a schedule to eat on time, go to sleep on time, get up on time, do the exercise, good for this body, and feed this body with healthy food. Whatever I'm putting in this body or through my senses, that is what affects my mind. So let's be careful. And I'm going to use my time wisely. No more wasting. Mindful thinking. Everything I do with a stable mind, calm and peaceful mind. That way I don't make any mistakes. I have a lot of time all the time. Easy life, not busy life. I use all the 5 elements outside properly and wisely. No more wasting of the food, the water, anything unnecessary. today and onwards, I'm going to be consciously aware of my karmic accounts. What I'm thinking, what I'm saying, and what I'm doing. I'm going to create a harmony within. When I have that self-transformation I'm creating within, that energy goes outside and helps others to transform as well. Thank you.